her prompt that she had on her profile was, "You wouldn't believe me if I told you." And she put, "I used to be married to a man." And I'm looking at her photos and I'm like, you're right, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Aw, I love you.
Oh, I love you, baby. You're sweet.
You've had so much change in the last few years of your life.
Literally.
Oh,
big
girl.
stretch.
Say bye to the people, okay?
That's bushy.
So welcome to the Gab.
I feel so welcome.
Good. That's the goal here, where we say things into these mics.
Yeah, we do.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, this is the first episode.
Uh-huh.
Right here.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should just kind of give a brief introduction into like who we are. Because we are kind of strangers to potentially some people that see this.
That just happen upon this
I think for the
account,
most
this video.
Yeah, I think for the most part it probably will be friends and family.
Yes.
But just in case,
Yeah.
I feel like we should just talk about
way
who we are.
into the future, we have a billion videos, not a billion, but a lot.
Yeah.
Someone finds our account and they're like, who are these people? I want to know who they are. They can come back and find this.
True. Yeah. I watch stuff online all the time, and I do wonder. I just wonder about people, you know, like where are they from? Like how do they get where they are now? Maybe
Yeah,
that's
for
just
sure.
me, but.
No, I mean, I definitely do too.
So would you like to start introducing yourself, or would you like me to start?
I can start, I guess.
Okay. Perfect.
So my name is Sydney, and a little bit about me. I am 25. My pronouns are she, her. I'm originally from the DMV, like near Washington, D.C. I moved here to Nashville, is where we are.
Yeah, we live in Nashville.
I moved here, I think, about 6 years ago for college, and I've just stayed here up until, I don't know, recently. I haven't really known exactly where I would want to move to. And also, I am a musician, so this is a good town to be in.
True.
I'm a songwriter, and...
Yeah, you are. A really good one.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
I evidently am queer, as you can see.
You are?
I came out when I was 21.
Nice.
21, I think. So there's that. You know, I'm really a simple gal. There's not that much to it. I have 2 cats, and Heather has 2 cats.
Correct.
So collectively, we do have 4.
Yeah.
As
we do.
We are lesbians. It's only appropriate. And I think it's important that we introduce them, but we can do that after you share about yourself.
Yeah, I'll share about me, and then we will show you every one of our cats.
Introduce the guys and the gal.
Okay, my turn?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, my name's Heather. Also live in Nashville.
Hi, Heather.
For now. We live in Nashville for now. I think we should point that out.
Yes, we are looking to move within the next 1 to 2 years.
Probably closer to a year and a half, 2, I would guess.
Don't say that.
I know, but still.
That makes me sad. I want to leave.
For me, I just want to experience living somewhere different. I am from outside of Nashville in a town called Hendersonville. I went to school at UTK in Knoxville, so I've just lived in Tennessee for most all of my life, so I'm just looking to experience somewhere new. So it's not like I'm like, oh, fuck Nashville. It's mostly just like wanting to experience somewhere new. But I
it's
do.
not fuck Nashville. It's just kind of like, I want to do something different. I feel stagnant here.
Yeah, Nashville's not a bad place to be. I mean, Tennessee in general isn't necessarily a great place to be if you're gay, but really just the South and a conservative state. So we definitely are looking to get to more of like a progressive, safe space to be queer, where we have to worry less about laws being made that make us not able to do certain things. So
Right.
So I went to school in Knoxville, and I met a dude I married that dude at the very young age of like 23, 22, 23.
So, not to interrupt, but first of all, Heather and I met on Hinge.
We did.
And her prompt that she had on her profile was, "You wouldn't believe me if I told you." And she put, "I used to be married to a man." And I'm looking at her photos and I'm like, you're right, I don't believe that. I really can't. It's hard.
That prompt got a lot of messages. People liked to respond to that one specifically.
It
a
was
lot of
just
Me Too's.
Paired with your photos, I was just like, oh my God, this is incredible to me.
The best part of that is that, like, I've definitely honed in on my style over the last year or two.
Yeah.
But I've always dressed very similar to this. So
You
I
have.
was straight up married to a man
I feel
dressing like
you
this.
dressed a little bit more.
Yes, because I felt like I had to. And that's something I
Right.
would love to talk about in an episode is, like, just clothes and, like, putting genders on clothes.
Yeah.
And making women and those with vaginas feel like they have to wear dresses and they have to wear makeup and all that stuff. I would love to talk about that. So I was married to a man, as shocking as that may be to believe.
And he was a lucky man. He didn't know what he had till it was gone. Sorry.
Yeah, so I was with him for like 10 years and got a divorce in 2020 and came out at like 28 years old. So it's been a crazy couple years.
You've had so much change in the last few years of your life.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like basically lost like all my friends. Like not really anyone reached out in any way, shape, or form. Like very few people. So I just like
Fakes.
well, yeah. Clearly not my people. Which that's fine. So I've like had to completely start over. And it's been kind of cool, I think. I feel a lot more connected to the people that I'm around now and a lot closer, which is nice. So yeah, so I've just been spending the last few years like learning queer culture and meeting actual queer people that I have things in common with, which is nice. What else about me? I'm 31, so I am a little bit older than Sid. That makes me a millennial, apparently.
Okay, but one thing you should know about us is that Heather is a millennial. I am Gen Z, but I'm only 2 years into Gen Z. So I'm like the older end of Gen Z, and we joke that I feel like I'm more of a millennial than Heather is in a lot of ways, specifically with technology. Yeah. I'm so bad at technology.
Yeah.
And also, honestly, with social media, like...
True.
I just don't know what I'm doing, and I don't like it, and she does know what she's doing.
And I generally like it.
Like it.
That's another... So the thing about this episode is we're trying to keep it pretty high level just to give, like, kind of a brief intro, maybe explain kind of some of the things that we want to talk about and more just explain who we are. But I would love to talk about social media and the absolute love-hate relationship that I have with it.
Yeah.
Because there are so many good things that have happened because of
I
social media, but also
Yeah.
social media is also the worst. Like,
I feel like for me, I have a love-hate relationship with it too, and I think what I've found works for me and what I probably want to do going into the new year is, like, make sure that once a month or so, like, I take at least, like, a few days.
Yeah, some time
social
off.
media. Like, I think that's important for me.
The balance is hard with social media. I mean, it's literally set up to give you dopamine hits. I mean, they have it literally the scrolling effect, the pull down to refresh, just like literally mimicking like casino, like games. Like
That's
all of that
crazy.
is like
I never thought about that.
I've read articles about it. I think it's so interesting. I find social media and the internet to be so interesting. Like I'm very like in internet culture, like learning about stuff. Like I just think it's interesting. But so I see the value of it, but I also see the dark, like, ooh, this is like fucking us up.
Yeah.
Also. So it's hard to find a balance, but Yeah, so I am the millennial, but I don't act like the millennial.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Unfortunately, she is the spring chicken of the two of us. My body also hurts way more than hers at 25.
Sid do be having ailments.
I'm telling you, I am an old woman. And our ages do not reflect our age.
It's kind of flip-flopped almost.
It is. Which is pretty silly.
Which is very funny. Oh yeah, my pronouns are also she, her. Both of us grew up pretty different. Mm-hmm. And so we have just a lot of interesting conversations, we think, about everything and like life and the way we each grew up. And it's just every time we'll have good conversations, we're like, dang, I wish we would have recorded that. So now we're just why not? Like, let's just...
Yeah.
I know whenever I first came out, I was seeking out... Like, the funny thing is, I was already watching queer people online before I was even out. Like, and then I came out to myself, and then, I obviously eventually came out. So there was, like, years where I was married, and I knew that I was queer in some way, but nobody else did. Because I had watched so many queer people online.
Yeah.
All that to say... I was seeking out queer people online once I had kind of admitted that to myself. So I think just the more queer people that are sharing their experiences online, the more that it will give people the encouragement to be comfy with themselves. And I don't know, feel like they can relate to someone. I remember, I don't know, I was feeling, mine was complicated because I was married also to a man. So I couldn't just come out and then do that. Like, I was going to have to hurt someone to come out. Like... Yeah. So it was just, like, a complicated thing. Like, had we not been together, I would have probably come out way earlier. Not that much earlier. I still would have been older. Like, I hadn't... We'll save the... We want to talk about our queer experience. We're going to save that.
All of the juicy details for later episodes.
That's, for the most part, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw. I love you.
Oh, I love you. Baby. You're sweet.
Like, I love you, but I love you.
Aww.
And who you are.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blush.
Oh my god. Anyone else? Anyone else? I'm like, anyone else?
Anyone else want to share?
Well, I think the only other thing I can think of is maybe introducing our... peanut gallery.
Yeah, let's introduce the cats, and then we can briefly go over some of the stuff that we're excited to talk about.
Yeah.
And then we'll just see you in the next episode.
Yeah, we sure will.
When we actually have conversations.
Right.
Okay, let's go get the kitties.
All right.
Let's start with her. She's laying right by us. So this is my oldest. This is Herschel. He is a skittish boy. He doesn't love to be held, unfortunately. He loves to cuddle in bed, but on his terms.
So has to be his idea.
This is Hersh. Look at the boy. He's a precious guy.
Hershey guy.
He is, yeah, he's a little scaredy. He was found in my parents' cul-de-sac. My ex-partner at the time was like, we'll just take him and we'll get him to the shelter. It was the weekend. And
the shelter, aka our home.
I walked inside and... because he was covered in fleas, walked inside, and my mom looked at me and was like, you know that's your cat, right? And I was like, yes, I do.
So one thing to know about Hershey is he's a little special.
He's a special boy.
He's a little...
spectrum-y?
Yeah, are we allowed to say that?
I think so.
I mean...
it's not a diss.
No, not a diss at all.
No, we love him. We had to pull
he and I relate.
Yeah, that's why I think we can say it.
Okay, so we're just full send.
Yeah.
I am
probably
on the spectrum. Anyways, so is Mr. Hirsch.
Okay, who's next?
Roll call.
Hirsch, that was your big debut. Oh, here comes the Frank.
Miss Frankie next, our only girl of the household.
The only pussy. The only pussy with a pussy.
And this is her.
Do the stretch.
Okay, ready?
She is flimsy. She is literally flubber.
So she is...
Oh,
big
girl.
stretch.
That was
Yeah.
sweet. She's like, Herschel hates being held and tenses his body up like this. When she gets picked up, she just like completely she just like goes limp.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I am obsessed.
Yeah, Frankie's about a little over 2 years old.
Herschel's about the same.
Yeah. So, and let's point out that these first two are our healthy cats.
Yes, we do have 2 healthy cats, 1 old cat and 1 like legitimately sick cat. Who's next? Oh, it's the old man.
All right, here we have Mr. Boosh.
It's the old man. He's a big boy, like not chubby. He's just like a
is-
big cat.
He is a big guy, and so Booshy I got when I was, I think, 10 years old. So this guy is old.
Yeah, he's got to be like 15.
15. I would say
15,
he's
16?
like going on 16. I don't remember exactly, but my sweet boy has arthritis, so he's pretty uncomfy most of the time.
You pick him up and he's like, meh. He's old and
There's
the sound. He's been struggling with some bloody poops and
Oh, babe.
what?
TMI. TMI.
That's not TMI.
Episode 1. The bloody shits. Okay,
But
well,
he's an old guy.
say bye to the people. Okay?
So that's Bushy. He's a sweet boy.
Goodbye. Meow.
That was amazing. Next up, we have Lynn. Now, Lynn is my boy. Lynn's the youngest. Lynn's the smallest. Lynn's the sickest.
Mr. Lynn. Do you want to introduce him?
I would love to introduce
He's your boy.
He is my boy. So this is Lynn. Lintel. Lenny. Lenny for not really shorter than Lentil, but he's Lenny.
He's Lenny.
He's Lynn.
And
He's
his
one.
heart is too big for his little body.
Yeah, so he's really small, and I always, like, loved his size. I was always just like, oh my god, he's so small and perfect. And then he was acting weird one day. We took him in, and we learned that he basically was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And they said that, like, one of the valves of his heart is too big, basically.
He wants to go on your shoulders.
I know. Just look for the people.
Well,
Wanna
show
go
them
in?
how he goes on your shoulders.
Oh,
No,
goodness.
Lentil, no. Lentil, no!
You saw him. Another vet that I saw was like, yeah, generally when cats are really small, it is a sign of like something like that generally. Lynn is currently 3 months into his 6 to 12 month time frame that they gave him. But it's not impossible for him to live longer, but
Yeah.
they kind of said prepare for that because most cats live that long. But he's responded really well to his meds that he takes every 12 hours, and
He's doing
we're just
really
hoping for the
good.
best. So that's our cats. We love them.
Our little family.
Obsessed
Our
with
big
them.
family, honestly.
Yeah, it's a big fam.
Just to finish up with some of the topics that we plan to discuss on here.
Yeah. Definitely gonna talk all things queer.
Oh, all things.
Every little
Queer.
thing queer. Just because we are.
and
I mean, music stuff. We really like music. Sid's a musician.
We're going to talk music stuff,
Artists that we like, that kind of thing.
random life stuff.
Yeah.
I think next episode we're going to do, for example, is going to be on adult friendships and how that
it's
goes.
Yeah, hard to make
It's
them as you get
difficult.
older, and lovey stuff because we are in love.
Lovey stuff. We won't bombard you guys with that, but we are in love actually. So
Yeah, and then like internet culture stuff. What's interesting is when we first kind of came up with the idea of wanting to post stuff on the internet, we both grew up making videos for funsies. I think a lot of people did. I was the friend with the camera. Sid had the friend with the camera. And so we both just grew up making like pointless stuff for fun. So we like making videos and we like putting them online and like sharing about our lives and stuff.
if you know us, or I guess if you don't know us and you just care, comment something that you would love to hear us talk about.
Yeah. And also, if you're one of our friends, we're probably going to con you into coming on here with us.
Yes, we
because
are.
we're going to buy a couple more mics.
Oh, yeah.
And do a little round table discussion. Because we do have some funny friends. And I do feel like we have really good conversations with several of our friends.
Yeah.
In our friend groups. So
I would say so.
I'm pretty excited to, I don't know.
To get some guests on here.
Yeah. But I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about things.
Excited too.
Into these mics.
Yeah.
I guess that's probably about it for the first episode.
That
I think we should just
wraps it up.
Wrap it up there. You have a right to get
Don't
to.
want to say too much.
Yeah,
yes, I do.
We have plenty to say, believe us.
Mm-hmm.
So you will see us again next week on Thursdays. We're gonna post on Thursdays.
Thanks for gabbin.
Thanks for gabbin.
Have a nice weekend.
Yeah. Go do something fun.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna do. Like sex.
Oh. I hope you have safe, consensual sex this weekend.
Mm-hmm. We certainly will.
Gabba go.